Boxing Insider fan, Rod Green. Another memorable fight week here in San Antonio. What are your thoughts on the whole Broner and Maidana fight week?
Man, it just was a stellar from as far as the attendance, the fight. I mean, the whole weekend just leading up to it was just, I mean, it was definitely one that I will never forget. I've been a part of a lot of fight weeks in Vegas, and the electricity here matched it. It rivaled it. I mean, it was just, I mean, it was bananas.
And you've been saying San Antonio got next. You know, people know Vegas, California, New York are big on boxing, but Texas is coming up though in a fight game.
Oh yeah, you have true boxing fans in Texas, man, hardcore. Yeah. And I think it showed last night. It showed throughout all the fight week, as you got a chance to witness it firsthand. What I've been telling you for, I mean, way back when I started first coming to Vegas, that San Antonio will get there, and you see, we almost there though. But last night was a huge statement from the city of San Antonio.
What do you think of Marcos Maidana's victory last night over? Very
impressive. I've told folks a long time ago, his punching power has always been there. But Robert Garcia has really refined and defined his technique, and he's definitely a major player, man. He's something to be reckoned with. And I mean, whoever faced Maidana, they're gonna have a fight on their hand.
You were in the crowd. What was that electricity like? You know,
man, unrivaled. I mean, from the first fight to the last fight, I mean, it was thick. Everybody was just so in tune to the fight. I mean, so emotional. Yeah. And once the main event took off and it really got into full swing, I mean, it was unmatched, unrivaled.
Right after, a few hours after the fight, I talked to 3 different people who said they want a shot at Maidana. Sean Porter, Keith Thurman, Paulie Malignaggi, they're all open to it. What's a fight you like for him?
I think Malignaggi would be a good fight. Again, it gives another boxer brawler. However, like I say, Maidana is not just a brawler anymore. He showed good boxing skills. Sean Porter's a good fight as well. I mean, an impressive win he had against, Devin Alexander. I mean, he deserves that shot. And Keith Thurman, man, if that fight's made right there, somebody gonna get knocked out. Believe me, somebody will get knocked out.
Now, what about Broner? He's coming off his first loss as a pro. How do they kind of rebuild him?
Well, they have to be very careful, though. Very, very careful what they do with Broner. You got to look at it. His confidence is probably shattered. I think it's been proven now that at 147, it's a different ball game. Yeah. His power does not translate like it did at 135 and 140. So, Golden Boy, his handlers, they're going to really, really look at it and say, where do we go from here? I believe you give him some time off. He goes back to 140, take a few rebound fights, rebuild his confidence before you really stick him back in there with those big dogs.
And what do you think of boxing in 2013, how big the year was, and what do you expect for next year?
By far, this is probably one of the best years in boxing I can remember in a long time. I mean, I've been following the sport since at least 30 years, and I don't remember a year being this epic, though. I mean, you had each network's putting on great fights. I mean, you had so many breakout stars from Pranakovich, Triple G. I mean, it's just like the scene just from in all the weight classes have really, really, I mean, made itself to where they're worth looking at, watching, following. It's going to be, and I think, in 2014, I mean, the buzz is already there. The groundwork has been laid from 2013 to really go into a real big 2014.